Okay, the most common problem in the industry, again, is the lack of productivity. I mean, I can't say that enough. If you were to ask any salon owner what their biggest problem was, first of all, if you were to ask a salon owner what's your biggest problem, the first thing she'll say is therapists, employees. That's the biggest problem. And it'll always be that lack of productivity, or they're not making enough for the business. Now, in today's world, so we're talking 2014, a beauty therapist needs to produce $110 an hour. That's $4,180 a week. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, and in a way it is a lot, but I have salons that are producing, each therapist is producing anything between $9,000 and $12,000 a week. And that makes it really profitable. So, but we also have therapists. In fact, I spoke to a client yesterday who had a therapist that was producing $40 an hour. Now, logically speaking, let's think about this. The award wage, including everything, is $27.50 an hour. So if a therapist is producing $40 an hour, we've only got $12.50 left to pay the rent, to pay the cost of goods sold, to pay the cost of treatment. And how about all the times she's not busy? How about all the times she's not doing treatments? So you can see that there will not be any survival if a therapist doesn't take on that attitude of continual high performance. She needs to be a high performance therapist. And so the problems that a lot of the salons are complaining about, a lot of the salon owners are complaining about, is that the therapists just want to come in, just want to foof around and do a few treatments and not continue with the sale. They say, well, they didn't teach us that at school. And that's what they use as an excuse. But they have to learn it, and they have to keep it going. They have to learn to give the client what she wants so that the client comes back. Client loyalty is not about a favored therapist. Very often, it is different to hair. For example, we'll go to a hairdresser and only ask for, Nikki. I want Nikki because Nikki is the one I trust the most. But you've got to remember, with hair, it's aesthetic. Some other therapists could actually do a really bad job. But when a salon owner has a beauty therapist and a client says, I would like Shelley to do my treatment, the reason she asks for Shelley, everybody must really understand this, is because of her perceived notion of what Shelley is providing her. So by her books, Shelley is providing her the best outcome she thinks she can get. But it's only going to take Shelley a few minutes to find out when she goes out for lunch with her girlfriend who's got much better skin or better nails or looks a lot better, that her Shelley is actually not doing as well as, she's not performing as well because her skin isn't as good as hers. And what she'll find out is that the next thing, the client won't request Shelley anymore. She'll either go with somebody else or she'll leave the salon altogether. So a lot of therapists get stuck with the fact that people request them. Please understand that the request is based on the their perception of how good the therapist is. But they'll be finding out that if they're not getting results, they're going to go elsewhere. So it is really important for girls to truly understand that it's not their hands, it's their knowledge, it's their passion, it's the final outcome that the clients want.